good morning, and welcome to Circle Time. Today we're still talking about community helpers, so joining me with helpers in our community are firefighter Fiona, we have baker Nora, and we have military officer Finn. Can you guys all say good morning to the friends at home?
Good morning.
Good morning, friends at home. Is anybody feeling good today? Is anybody feeling great? Fantastic? We had a fantastic, excited? You're excited? Oh, I'm feeling excited too today. It's gonna be a great circle time. So we're gonna start circle time off with our morning warm up, and we're gonna make rainbows. Since we're in the month of April and we get lots of rain, what comes after the rain? A rainbow. So friends at home, you guys can just get out your fingers and we're gonna sparkle them. And you guys can just use your sparkly fingers from one foot to the next. I have some colorful scarves right here, so I'm going to use those. So we're going to stand up. You're going to spread your legs a little bit far apart. We're going to start at one foot, do a large movement over to the next. And we're just going to keep doing that, making our big rainbow. So let's do one slow rainbow, and let's do a fast rainbow. Let's do one more fast rainbow, and then a slow rainbow. Very good. And while we're standing, we're going to do another big stretch. We're going to be on the top, tall we can be, and then we're going to go low to the bottom of the ocean. So we're on the tippy top of a mountain, on the tippy top of our toes, reaching to our tippy top to the sun, and then we're going to move down slow to the bottom of the ocean, and we're going to move with the waves. We're going to go back up to that mountain top one more time on our tippy toes as far as we can go. We're going to go down to the sand, to the water, and to the waves, and we're going to move down to crisscross applesauce, hands in lap. Are you guys ready? Here we go. What is our letter this week that we've been talking about?
A.
Very good, A. And what's this large A called? The uppercase, very good. And what's our small A called? Lowercase. Great job, you guys. And what month are we in? We were just talking about it. April. And April showers bring May flowers and rainbows. So we're going to clap April out 3 times. Friends at home, are you guys ready? Here we go. April. 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 Very good. Next, we're going to get these guys out. And who are they?
The counting
Our counting fingers. And when they're feeling tired in the morning, you can wake them and shake them and count with us. We're going to do this together in our loud and proud voices, and we have a lot to count to today. Are you guys ready? Let's take a big deep breath in, and here we go together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to hear you guys together. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What's next? 21. Very good. 22 and 23. Today is April, Thursday, the 23rd. And next is days of the week. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. Saturday. Days of the week. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Very good. So today our community helper that we're talking about is a librarian, and after we read our story, we're going to move over to Miss Meg's library, and we're going to learn all the fun, exciting things that libraries have. What do you guys see on our book? What do the library have a lot of? Books. And what do we do with books?
Read.
We can read, we can look at pictures, we learn information, we can get lost in our imagination and stories. What's your guys' favorite book? Oh, those are good. Those are good ones. Maybe we'll have to share that one circle time. All right, let's meet a librarian. Our class is on a mission. We're going to find out what a librarian does. We decide to visit Mr. Fields. He's our school librarian. I'm an informational expert, he says. What does that mean? Asked Joey. Let me show you, he says. What's something you really like? Dinosaurs, says Joey. Who here is interested in dinosaurs?
No.
Yeah, lots of interested dinosaur experts. Mr. Field uses his computer to track down a T-Rex. He tells Joey how to find books in the library about the T-Rex. How did you do that? Asked Joey. Mr. Field says we can look for books about anything using the online catalog. The catalog is Mr. Field's librarian tool. It lists all the books and movies in our library. He can also see things in other libraries. Uh-oh, Jack is talking in the library. Shh, whispers Grace. But Mr. Fields doesn't mind. He says making noise can help us learn. He plays music from around the world. Mr. Fields can get loud. So when it's appropriate in a library, we can be a little bit noisy. But most of the time, what kind of voices do we need to use?
Quiet.
Our quiet inside voices, not our loud outside voices, right? Very good. Because libraries are quiet places. Speaking up is important for librarians. It's how they share information. So we need to be quiet and listen while the librarian shares their information. They give library tours and puppet shows. Librarians are full of facts. Reading so much helps them know about all kinds of things. Librarians like hearing from you too. So ask a librarian a question and pump up your brain power. Our teacher, Miss Rios, needs help with her computer is stuck. Presto, Mr. Fields comes to the rescue. He says librarians are technology wizards. Mr. Fields is good at troubleshooting. A superhero, yeah. Troubleshoot means to solve problems. He teaches us how to use computers to do our schoolwork. He teaches our teachers how to keep our computers safe from viruses. Miss Rios can save the day. Not every librarian lends a hand in schools. Some help out in museums or in hospitals. Librarians also work at public libraries. These libraries are open to the community. Mr. Field came to read us a story, so he gave our book helper a hand too. So have any of you guys ever gone to a library and got to check out a book from the big library? You guys have? And what's important if you check out a book from a library to do with it when you're done reading? Return it. Very good. All right, friends, so if you're ready, we're going to head over to Miss Meg's library. And I just want to show you guys all the fantastic ones. Oh, Fiona, go sit with Nora. Thank you. We're going to crisscross, move back to crisscross applesauce, hands in lap. We're in our library, so we're going to have our voices on a little bit lower and our listening ears up high. So when you go into a library, you might notice something called a display. And the library might be displaying the book you're going to read that day, maybe an animal or character with that book, and sometimes a storyboard or a story to help share the story that they're going to teach you. You also might see displays of other books and other characters. Who's this guy that I have here? It's the Cat in the Hat. He's Dr. Seuss's really good friend. We have the green crown from what story? Finn, it is one of your favorite ones. What story is this guy from? The Day That Crowns Quit and The Day the Crowns Came Home. Yes. We've got Peter Rabbit, my good friend, Curious George, who's always so interested in learning. And we have Elmer. We have our little lady who you guys love her story up there. And who's this guy on display? The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Very good. So as we learned in our story, sometimes when you go to the librarian might put on something called a puppet show. So this is Miss Meg's puppet show, and I have the students in my class put on puppet shows for us when we read a story. So I'm going to show you one we might do. Do you guys know the story of Little Red Riding Hood? So this is Riding Hood, and this is her grandmother. And we would have my students read the story and come over here and do the story for us. We also, when we read a story, do little finger puppet shows. So when we do the Three Little Pigs, all the friends get to pick a character in the book to be, and we put on the Three Little Pigs story. And this is the Big Bad Wolf. Who remembers what he says in the Three Little Pigs? Do you guys remember? I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down. Very good. So these are just some of the fun things that you could go to a library and get to participate in. And since at Miss Meg's School we're learning about community helpers this week, I have a special stack of community helper books in my library that my friends can come and check out. So if there's ever something you're really interested in, ask your librarian, and she'll be able to help you find that story out. Oh, we've got our little friend coming down to say good morning too. So here's just some books that I'm going to show you guys that will help you find information. So a good one to start off with is a picture book. In this book, if you're curious in what is this book teaching us about? Animals. You're curious about animals. You can just look at all the beautiful pictures of animals. You can learn what color they are, who they swim with. Yeah. So this is a good one to start off with, just looking at pictures if you're interested in something. We also have books that Mr. Finn loves this kind of book. What is this kind of book called, Finn?
Informational text.
Informational text. So if you guys are interested in lions or a safari, you can type in these categories and it's going to tell you what books to check out and where to find them in the library. If you're interested in art, the library has books about art.
I got that.
Yeah, look how beautiful this book is. It's going to teach us how to mix colors. If you're interested in cooking, who here likes to cook? What's something you guys like to cook? Ah, very good. You can find it in this cookbook. You can look it up. You like purple ice cream? You can look up and look at the pictures. Or if you can't think of what you want to cook, you can look at the book and the pictures can help you think of something to try out a recipe. We also have books. If you're interested in going somewhere or a place, you can get a book and learn. It will have maps in it. It can tell you this one's about Australia if you're interested in going.
How we got that?
You can learn about it. We also have some really fun books.
For my birthday,
Alright.
I want it. And I get on a body with it.
Yes. All right. This book's called Let's Go on a Class Field Trip. So this is what books are really fun, when you can use your imagination and they can take you anywhere you want to go. So if you want to go on a class field trip, you could get this book out and you go on all the field trips with this class. And this book's really neat because it has some tabs so you can look behind. Finn, is there anything you're interested in learning about? What kind of books would you get if you're at the library besides the informational text? Are you working on chapter books now? So those are books that have multiple chapters in them. And here, if you have little brothers or sisters at home, the library will have books you could check out for them, or even stories you could share with your little brother or sister. Yes, Blue's Clues. Very good. Here's some more books for little babies. So again, the library is just full of all this information, just waiting for you guys to come and check it out and learn. We're going to move over to our story with Pete the cat. And friends at home, as I read this story, I want you guys to help sing Pete's song. Are you guys ready? All right. What color are Pete's shoes as we start this story off with? Can you guys look down here? Very good. White. Pete the cat was walking down the street in his brand new white shoes. Pete loved his white shoes so much, he sang this song. I love my white shoes. All right, friends at home, I want you guys to sing this with us. Nora, this is your favorite part. Ready? I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. Oh no, Pete stepped in a large pile of strawberries. What color did it turn his shoes? Red. Very good. So I'm going to put Pete's red shoes up here now. All right, let's see what happened. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along, singing his song. I love my red shoes. I love my red shoes. I love my red shoes. Oh no, Pete stepped in a large pile of blueberries. Very good. So we'll put the blueberries up here. What color did it turn his shoes? Good job, blue. So we're going to find Pete's blue shoes and put those on. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along, singing his song. You guys ready? I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes. Very good. Oh no, Pete stepped in a large pile of mud. What color did it turn his shoes? So there's the mud, and what color? Very good, brown. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along, singing his song. I love my brown shoes. I love my brown shoes. I love my brown shoes. Oh no, Pete stepped in a large bucket of water. Let's find the bucket of water he stepped in. Oh goodness, Pete. Now all the brown and all the blue and all the red were washed away. What color were his shoes again? White. But they were wet. So now he's got wet shoes. Oh goodness, Pete. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along, singing his song. I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes. The moral of Pete's story is no matter what you step in, you keep walking along, singing your song, because it's all good. Thank you for coming to visit Miss Meg's library, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow for another circle time. Goodbye. Bye.